Back in ye olden days of May 2005, something dastardly dangerous occurred. A little film studio known only for the dreamiest of works released a wild movie. They released Madagascar. Now, while this movie may not have been about the economics of vanilla, much like the real island did, it did feature something much sweeter and much more evil. The movie follows a simple plot of some idiot animals moving it all the way from New York all the way to the island nation of Madagascar. Now, while one may be inclined to inspect the inner workings of the primary cast of boredom-loving animals, somebody hides within this cast being brushed off from his true power. This very thing is by far the most powerful creature in the entire universe of Madagascar, and this animal is known only as Mort. Well, actually, his real name's Mordecai, but I don't really care. This thing has shown abilities to transcend both time and space, being both an immortal god and also a predator. Let me explain. Mort is just a little lemur mouse living on the island of Madagascar. Or at least, that's what he wants you to think. In times of immense pressure, they have admitted to his father being a bear, and that they're only 40% lemur, meaning that even his DNA is a minority.
Emotional, damn it!
They have been shown to have DNA from a cesspool of various sources, including but not limited to wood chips, sawdust, spider, and starfish, explaining his gills and ability to make silk despite being a mammal. Mort, in fact, possesses many great abilities, including skills in art, saxophone, head regeneration, drums, organ, rim regeneration, and singing. Now, while this may seem a little weird for a lemur to do, don't worry, it only gets worse. Mort is Jewish. In the episode All Hail King Julian, called Carl Madagon, Mort is shown celebrating Hanukkah in a flashback proving they are Jewish. Now, while being Jewish is not evil, there is something unanimously agreed upon being absolutely disgusting. Pedophilia. One of the many crimes that Mort has committed. Enter King Julian. The king of the lemur kingdom, while being high and mighty, sits at the age of only 9. Now, while he may be lazy and arrogant, nobody deserves to be molested. One may wonder how Mort of all creatures could have done such a thing with his small appearance and childish behavior, but Mort has been proven to be at least 50 years old. But it only gets worse because Mort has a foot fetish specifically for poor Julian at his feeble age of 9. Mort's love of feet is so extreme that they have been shown to pull trees out of the ground in their sleep just to get some feet. I do not need to explain why this is messed up. Now, one may wonder how Mort could have lived to the age of 50, as a normal lemur can only survive till about 20 on average. Well, simply put, Mort is an immortal being. Due to his near godlike status, they have a variety of interesting abilities, such as the force field due to the fact that they are too stupid to feel pain. Despite their numbness, they don't enjoy drowning. But it only gets worse as Mort pulled the classic Marvel trick of adding a multiverse. The Mortiverse, as it is known, is the collective multiverse of Morts, containing a near infinite amount of Morts, such as Smart Mort, Groovy 60s cult leader Mort, Aggressive Mort, and Political Mort, just to name a few. What's worse is these beings do not exist separately, but were rather absorbed into Mort, due to the fact that Mort can suck and consume souls. Within Mort's head contains many Mort, consisting of the Council of Morts, acting as advisors to the monster's decisions. But also within Mort's head contains Granny Mort, Mort's own grandmother. At one point in time, Mort's grandma sexually abused him, so naturally Mort sucked her. No wonder Mort had 11 wives, if it wasn't already clear. Mort is a being of pure, unhinged chaos who will one day attempt the destruction of the world and even the universe to return it to the chaos from whence it came. But most importantly, Mort hates Burger King. After Mort caused the global economy to crash in 2020, he found out that Burger King actually turned a profit of 148 million US dollars. Discovering that fake meat could turn to the profit in such trying times, Mort became furious and decided he must eradicate all human life to prevent Burger King from existing. As we speak, Mort is hiding within the shadows, planning our destruction. Some speculate they've discovered time travel and have been tampering with the timeline. Due to this, some people speculate that they were the one who gave nukes to North Korea, and they inspired Osama bin Laden to start his life of terrorism. Mort is truly a being of the shadows. But what can we do about this? I mean, Mort is clearly a much more powerful being than any human could imagine, so how are we to destroy them? Some speculate that we could create a bioweapon. Some say that systemic racism will create the world peace that we need. But I know how we can truly defeat such a being. The solution is simple. We don't. Accept defeat. Live life on the edge. Because ultimately, Mort will destroy you and your family. Why worry about taxes when Mort will destroy them too? But remember, that's just a theory. A Mort theory. Thanks for watching.